I'm Andy, the Mitsubishi guy from Showcase Mitsubishi, and the brand new 2018s are just coming in now. This is our generic video for all the 2018 Mirage ESs. This may not be the color of the car that you selected when you're looking at our website or one of our ads, but the options and equipment should all be the same. Obviously, there can be some subtle differences, and if you have questions, you can always give us a call. But some of the great things about the Mirage is it is the most fuel-efficient car sold in America when you're only looking at something that's powered by gasoline. Now, if you're looking at a hybrid or you're looking at diesel, some of those numbers can be a bit higher, but gasoline only, you're looking at numero uno. Now, keep in mind, this is a new car that prices like a used car. These cars lease and purchase very, very reasonably. Most people that are buying this car have very little money down, and their payments are under $200 a month. Now, the greatest part about it is being a Mitsubishi, you get 10 years, 100,000 miles on the powertrain. You get 5 years and 60,000 miles bumper to bumper. You get 5 years unlimited mileage roadside assistance, plus 8 years, 80,000 miles computer and catalytic converter, and 7 years, 100,000 miles anti-corrosion. All on a car that gets 43 miles to the gallon. Now that just makes a lot of sense to me. So let's get a good look at it. Some of the nice things that have changed for 2018, and I'll show you a little bit more when we get to the inside, but the display radio and the rear view camera are now standard equipment. They've also gone to standard equipment with the cruise control and the Bluetooth stereo system controls right on the steering wheel. Very, very nice audio controls and the phone controls. But get a look at the car. It's a great color, it's infrared. It's front-wheel drive. These are fantastic in the snow. We've driven a lot of them through snow for the past few years, and it is phenomenal, absolutely incredible. Front-wheel drive car, and the nice thing is, too, you're getting all the latest and greatest safety features when you look at one of these cars. I mean, if you think about it, when you're looking at a used car, do you get hill start assist? Do you get analog brakes with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist? Do you get active stability control? And how about Rise Construction? Now that's Mitsubishi's construction design of the chassis that allows an impact in the event you're the unfortunate person who winds up in an accident. It pushes the impact around the occupants and not through them. That technology has been so well received that both Mercedes-Benz and Volvo have purchased the rights to use that as part of their safety packages on their cars. Let me show you how nice the inside of the car is. Okay, for starters, this car is not light on equipment. On the driver's door, we've got power windows, power locks. Right here we control our power mirrors. Really nice charcoal colored interior. I'll set this down under my leg. You don't really give up anything. You've got your tilt steering right here. Okay, I mentioned this before, but on the steering wheel, we have our radio controls, which is our mode, which is AM to FM to USB port to the Bluetooth connection, volume up and down, presets left and right, and our Bluetooth cellular phone connection right there. All important for your safety. Headlights over here, wipers over here, very simple, very intuitive. As we get over here, and I'll actually grab the key and I'll turn it on, but you can see what we're looking at here. Nice 7-inch touchscreen audio system now. And it's really, really easy to work with, but the best part about it is, it becomes your backup camera. Take a look at that. Your green lines show you where you're going, and that red line that crosses basically represents about 18 inches behind the car. But a backup camera and a nice big screen radio is standard equipment now. I'll turn some lights on in here so you can see a little bit more about the heater controls. But these are also very simple, basic, and intuitive, and most people really appreciate that. You don't have to read a book to figure out how to work the equipment in this car. Cold to hot for temperature, fan speed, the direction of the air, even recirculate and fresh air are very simple manual controls, okay? Air conditioning and rear defroster is right there. If you come down here, you've got a nice cubby hole, your USB port, double drink holders, automatic transmission shifter, and by the way, yeah, this thing gets 43 miles per gallon, and it's an automatic. It is incredible. As I said, best gas mileage car sold in the US. Even a drink holder back here, and the emergency brake is right here. It's just a nice car. Take a look at how much room there's in this car. And it's a hatchback, so keep in mind, I'll show you in a second, but that back seat will fold down and you get even more room. But just a boatload of headroom, nice elbow room. We sell a lot of these to people that do a lot of driving. We sell a lot of these to people who simply have only so much money to spend and they want to get the most car for your money. And what the greatest thing about this car is it gets you so much car for so little money. It's not going to hurt you at the gas pump. It's not going to hurt you in a car payment, and you're certainly not going to spend a lot of money maintaining it because you're starting out with a brand new car that has a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Now, we've talked a little bit about safety. Let me refresh you on that. front airbags, side seat airbags, side curtain airbags, even driver's side knee airbag. I went over some of those anti-lock brake options. I went over active stability control. I talked a little bit about that. Now, those are very interesting and very sophisticated safety features. And if you're interested in some of those in more details, and you don't want to look them up online, give us a call. We would be happy to explain them to you in great detail, because I assure you, a car like this is so much safer than a car just a few years older, because safety, just like technology, has been improving exponentially. All right, we went over most of that. Before I forget, I do like to always show people that the shoulder straps are adjustable height on our seat belts. And that's really nice, not only for your safety, but also for your comfort, because that way this shoulder strap crosses exactly where you'd like it to. So in the event there is an accident, obviously it's catching you in the right spot. I also neglected to point out, because it's so simply located, there's your 12-volt power accessory outlet right there. Okay, big glove box, by the way. Really big glove box. All the books go right in there. Nice car, and fantastic air conditioning and heating system in this car. This car heats up lickety-split, and the air conditioning cools it off super fast. Let's take a look at the second row, and I'll give you some more information. Okay, as we're looking at the second row here, I'm going to demonstrate the amount of room that's back here. Look at all the space. And by the way, I didn't have this seat where I wanted. This seat, I think, is in the furthest back position right now. So even all the way back, I get a lot of leg room and a great deal of headroom up here. Right? Very simple, easy to work. We get 3 shoulder strap seat belts. We've got child safety seat latch and tether systems all the way across. What a nice, smooth, comfortable car. And so many people want the versatility of the hatchback, because they like the fact that if there's not passengers in the back, you can have a huge space back here to basically carry whatever it is that you're interested in carrying. I'll show you how easy that is. Oh, before I forget, one other demonstration. I neglected to mention the theater height seating. When you're sitting in the back seat, you're sitting up higher than the people in the front seat. It gives you good visibility out the front and the side, and what that is designed to do is to reduce the risk of motion sickness. So by sitting up higher like this and having a good view out the window, you are much, much less likely to be affected by motion sickness. And some people do have a problem with that. Okay, onward and upward. Let's talk about folding the seat down. You gotta remember where the button is. I guess maybe we'll look in the back. All right, I'm gonna open the rear hatch. Okay, as we open the rear hatch, you can see that you get a lot of space in here. Now, this does have a cargo shelf back here, which is nice because it hides whatever you've got. And this, by the way, demonstrates how much room you've got back here without folding the seat down. But if you do decide to fold the seat down, it's just a simple pull lever. Now, I didn't pop the headrests off, but obviously for the purpose of demonstration, you can imagine, and this comes right out of here, you can get an idea that with that folded down, and it does fold down all the way with just the headrests out, you get a boatload of room back here, just a ton. All right, so let me put this all back together. I'll show you a little bit about the back of the car. Okay, as I close the rear hatch, you'll notice a lot of great things. We mentioned about the rear view camera. We've got a rear wiper. Even this really nice rear spoiler is standard equipment. But one of the things I always like to touch on with safety is our pulse system. And the nice thing about our pulse system is something that we install in all of our new cars. When you step on the brake, it causes your third brake light to pulse 4 times before it stays on solid. Now, it takes about a 7 to 10 second interval before it will pulse again. So in the event you were to step on the brakes again quickly, light won't pulse, right? But it has been determined in a study that 90% of rear-end collisions can be avoided if the driver behind you, or we call them the trailing driver, has just 1 more second of notice that you're stopping in front of them. So realize that this could be the difference between something as simple as a fender bender, something as serious as a serious injury, or worse, all right? Nobody wants to be in an accident for any reason, let alone a rear-end collision where you're basically like a sitting duck. The other thing that's terrible about rear-end collisions is they often result in the vehicle being determined a total loss, because so much of the damage back here becomes very expensive and your car becomes non-repairable. So, something as simple as this pulse unit, pulsing that third brake light, will really make you stand out in a crowd of people tapping on their brakes. If you think about it, when I'm caught in a traffic jam, whether it's on the expressway or whether it's around town, and I'm the last car in line that's stopped, and I want to alert the car that's coming up behind me that I'm stopped, first thing I start doing is stepping on the brake pedal, on and off and on and off to alert them. How would you like to have a device that does that every time you step on the brake pedal? It really makes a difference. So, let me go over this stuff with you one more time. 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain warranty. 5 years and 60,000 miles bumper to bumper. 5 years unlimited mileage roadside assistance. 8 years, 80,000 miles computer and catalytic converter. 7 years, 100,000 miles anti-corrosion. Another thing I hadn't brought up yet is we are experts at shipping cars. So if you're watching this video and there's some distance between us, a little further than you maybe care to drive, realize that it's nothing for us to make arrangements to have this car placed on a car carrier and brought right to your doorstep. So don't let the distance between you and I get in the way of you owning this car or any other car just like it. We are experts on these cars. We know all the questions, all the answers, whatever things you want to know, whatever it is, don't hesitate to contact us. We have great leases. We have great interest rates right down to 0%. We've got great rebates on them. There's loyalty programs, there's military programs. Whatever you need, we are equipped to handle it and do it conveniently. We can do a loan application securely via our website. We can do it securely over the phone, and we can absolutely do it easily in front of you in person. So if there's anything you want to know, get a hold of us. Our phone number at Showcase Mitsubishi is 989-684-0500.